What's going on, YouTube and Saberland and all my friends and followers out there? This is Harry Solofonts coming to you live on this lovely Saturday, the 23rd of April. Um, so today is the unofficial Inquisitor Day, is what I'm going to call it from now on. And the reason being, I got a special guest with me today that's going to run down a new sound font that he created to go along with a sound font that I created. Um, yeah, and without further ado, his name is, he needs no introduction, but it is the one, the only Juansith. How you doing today, brother?
Excellent.
Awesome.
How about you?
I'm
Hope you
doing,
are
I'm
all
living it
fine.
up. Just got married yesterday.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, man. So that's the,
Oh
that's
my
the big news
God.
for me. Just got married. It's official. Um,
Mazel tov.
So on Monday, I'm going out on a little vacation for a couple weeks. Gonna be out of town, living it up, getting some sun, hitting the road. Yeah. So I know you have a new font that you wanted to kind of talk about today, and that would be,
Seven sister.
oh man, one of my absolute favorite characters. Woo!
There you go.
There it is. Oh, dude, that ignition on that is just, mmm. I love that. So
Thanks.
I'm gonna be going over my eighth brother font here in just a little bit. I want to bring our other special guest into the room. We have my good friend Shadow Tech Sabers here. How you doing today, buddy?
Man, I'm doing all right.
Hey,
Good.
Shadow
Doing
Tech.
all right.
So Shadow Tech is here because Shadow Tech hit me up for a sound font commission with probably the most unique idea I've ever heard for a sound font. And I will tell you, it has been a unique experience crafting this font. I've had so much fun putting it together. It's been a constant learning experience and just a way to bring something new to the table. And it's, I think, one of the first really, truly interactive fonts out there in for modern day boards. So I'm really excited to kind of go into that a little bit as well, and I'm going to let you talk about it, of course, because it was your kind of, that's your baby. So I'll let you talk about that here. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it's good to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. Today's just going to be kind of a short stream just to show off some stuff and give the people what they want, so to speak. Eighth Brother is going to be coming out either later tonight or tomorrow. Depending on how many people come on the stream today, we might do a surprise release special. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, just moving on, I want to just get into the sounds a little bit. Talk about how we made them a little. Talk about what the inspiration was, why we made them. Because, you know, the Eighth Brother, for me, it was kind of a different challenge because I love the Inquisitors and Star Wars Rebels is a favorite series of mine, but I wanted to do something different that kind of honored the Inquisitors in kind of a unique way that brought something new to the table for everybody. And I've put more work into this font probably than any other canon font that I've done. Looking at close to 100 sounds on this one. Yeah, this one's a banger. I've tried. Juan helped me out a lot, actually. You know, bounce some things back and forth, talking about some tweaking some things here, and it's interesting, you know, with a character like these Inquisitors because we hear so little of what their saber really sounds like in the show. It's not like how we hear other character sabers in the films where you get those long duels where they're just standing there and their hum is playing and you get the nice swings back and forth. We don't have that in Rebels or Clone Wars, really. It's just a lot of those jumping attacks, you know, those quick short segments of fighting back and forth with a lot of music. And God, let me tell you, the music, that's a sound man's worst enemy right there, is the music.
Yeah.
In especially in Rebels, I can tell you this one of the worst offenders. Juan, what was kind of your, what kind of inspired you to go for the Seventh Sister out of all the Inquisitors? Because we've seen a few of them. Why her?
just because its presence in the overall Rebels story and its recognition. I knew you were going to be like, since we were working together, like back and forth, bouncing ideas and everything. I knew you were going to make eight, which is more obscure. But since I made Inquisitor and then I made Temple Guard, and it was just like a path to the right direction, and also because since I made Inquisitor and then Temple Guard, all that sources and the research just led me to Seven Sister. And I mean, I know there are more Inquisitors out there, but it's just like, okay, I have all these clips and everything, so I'm just going to use them to make a Seven Sister seemed like the more straightforward font at that moment, but it was just like, it was pain.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people hate the Seventh Sister because, I mean, some people think she's creepy. For one, I mean, she is kind of the.
Well, she's our Michelle Gellar. She's not
Yeah.
creepy at all.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm a big fan. I just think her character is well written. She's got a cool.
Yeah.
Her dialogue lines are cool, and I mean, all the Inquisitor sabers are probably my favorite sabers in canon at this point. Um, especially the eighth brother, but
Plus,
yeah.
she had an epic fight with Ahsoka, and I already
Yes.
did
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
Ahsoka, so yeah, it was just like the path in the right direction.
I
Eighth,
agree.
again, I would have made eighth if you wouldn't have, but it's too obscure, and
It
I
is.
like the Inquisitor. Like the hum for the Inquisitors is just like a unicorn for us.
Yeah. No,
It's
it is.
it's a nightmare.
It was awful trying to get that thing put together. I mean, just there's no there's no clean bits where you can just source the whole thing. So you really
Yeah.
got to get, in touch with your fundamentals and get into cutting and splicing and really blending things together. And I swear, probably by the time I was done with it, my hum track was probably a mix down of like 10 layers, something like that. Like just all the different elements put in there. And then about halfway through the creation of this font, I had a realization. So I'm like, okay, there's going to be we've seen how many on-screen Inquisitors at this point? We've seen the Grand Inquisitor, Second Sister, the fifth brother, eighth brother, seventh sister, ninth sister. So I'm sure there's more. I think in the comic there was more shown that we haven't seen yet. I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. But there was like a comic strip that was done featuring the Inquisitors, and I think there was more of them. So I'm thinking ahead. I'm like, okay, how can I make this kind of unique from the other Inquisitors and make it stand apart, but also doing them a good service? So I did a sneaky thing, and I combined a little bit of my good friend Trilla's, the second sisters. I took some of her hum and I mixed it in there, and I just think it added that just right amount of power and dynamicness to the hum that just makes it feel so alive. So I'm gonna do a little. Live sample here if anybody's
Also,
watching. Which yeah,
doing Inquisitors right now is just a wink to what's in store in Kenobi. So
I know.
which hopefully we'll get more sources and better ones and more sounds for it. Hopefully we're gonna
Yeah,
get like a 10-second moment of that hum without any music or dialogue or whatever.
just praying that it's not another like Darth Maul hum or just like
Oh.
a standard Return of the Jedi swing or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure the creators of Kenobi are going to be, like very canon and just like they did with the dark saber. Hopefully.
Yeah. And hey, we got another surprise guest to join us today, and that would be the Force FX
Force
legend. How you doing,
FX.
sir?
What's going on, Juan? What's up, Aaron? What's up, Harry?
Good to have you, man. I knew you were busy. I'm glad that you could make it.
No, I'm off work now. So,
Oh, Sonic.
Awesome, man.
yeah, my son and his friend are playing right now. Yeah, if this thing goes off, I gotta run though. That sucks.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
The old on call.
Well, while you're around, we've just been talking a little bit about Juan's new Seventh Sister font, and just a little bit about my up and coming Eighth Brother font, which is going to be out later tonight or tomorrow.
I just want to thank you guys for making these fonts so that I don't have to.
Come on, man. You don't want to try and get that Inquisitor?
No,
font?
no,
It's-
no, don't do it.
That
Don't.
doesn't sound like
It's-
fun.
It was a nightmare.
If I make a brother or sister font, I swear to you, I'm gonna name it Go Go Gadget Saber. That's what I'm gonna do.
Helicopter
Everybody,
saber.
everybody gave The Last Jedi a hard time, but when helicopter sabers became a thing and they were flying around with their jazz hands, nobody gave that any grief.
Nope. Everybody's okay
Hypocrites. Killing me.
with it. Loving it.
Hey, you guys want to see something cool?
What's up, man?
Always.
Check this out. It's nuts. I can't believe it. Hang on. Yeah, want to see something cool? Hang on. So, just preliminary, but he
Oh, yeah.
lives.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. That is fantastic.
I lost the weight for that.
nice. You're gonna go to
Nailed it,
celebration?
I'm gonna go to MegaCon.
Oh, because Ewan McGregor was announced at celebration, so I
Oh
Course it
man,
was.
that's perfect.
nice.
So
I'm glad you got the color situation figured out.
you saw that,
I did. I did notice.
dude. As soon as this con is over, all this is gone.
You don't like it?
I
Not a
can't
fan?
take this anymore. So anyway, but no, grats on the fonts. Everything sounds good as usual, of course. So
Thanks, man. Yeah.
I gotta drop some stuffs here pretty soon.
I know. Well, your stuff is all over Saber font, so
I seen that.
congratulations again on that. And your new
Thank-
your new website looks mint. So.
It's retro as freak. But no, actually, special thanks goes to this guy right here for the idea of Split, because holy crap, dude, what an amazing idea, and I'm so happy that it all came together.
That is a sick
Yeah.
font, and I am going
I
to pick
freaking
that
love
one
it.
up myself, as a matter of fact. So
Woo.
I am a big
So what-
fan as well.
What's the countdown, brother? Till the bells ring.
The countdown is T minus negative 24 hours ago, brother.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, I am a married man of absolutely
Ding,
24
ding,
hours
ding,
now.
ding.
So
And you're live streaming with friends. Why the
yeah,
freak
well,
are you
so
doing that?
we're leaving on Monday. On Monday,
Okay.
we're heading out on our big road trip. We got an Airbnb all lined up in another
Nice.
state yonder. So yeah, we're just getting packed up, just hanging out after all the stress of the wedding. We just wanted some time to just unwind and chill, and making sounds and doing sabers is my escape. So that's I'm here just hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you coming. Yeah. This
Freak
guy
out, dude.
down here though, Aaron, boy oh boy. I might just have to show off this crystal workbench font and talk about this a little bit first, because
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I just gotta
Don't
say,
give people ideas. Don't you give people
no.
ideas until it's done.
No, it's just about ready. We want to do just a little sneaker peeker, just
Yeah.
to get people hooked,
Yes.
because I can't. As I put this thing together and just started making it, I was just blown away at what, how it all puts together. And I don't know
It's
if
phenomenal.
it's Kofi or CFX
It's
or what,
phenomenal.
but man, there's some
Yeah,
hidden
Harry-
magic going on here.
Yeah,
and also
Harry,
this
by
gives
the
me
way,
a chance to show a new saber that I just picked up, and I'm going to actually switch to my saber cam. Let me
yeah,
make sure it's
so
turned on.
Harry, throughout the process of making this font, I've been sending little snippets to this guy just to kind of get him hyped, and yeah. I haven't
He's a
revealed
fan.
much, but yeah, it's
Awesome,
cool.
man.
I can't wait to
Okay,
talk
so
about it.
here is a little bit, just a sneaker peek. So, if anybody's watching, stay tuned. All right, so let me make sure I got the font, and this is the Saber, by the way, the gorgeous Dagobah Swamp, and what is it? Oh God, this is gonna kill me. It's the Saber Bay 5280 Concepts, and this is the little one. It's the Clone Wars Yoda. Let me get that in camera there. And then put, Saber cam for the nice view. Yeah, so look at that. Come on, let's get some.
Who made
focus
it?
Here.
Is that Saber Bay or what is it?
This is the Saber Bay 5280 Concepts, and it's the Dagobah Swamp.
Very nice.
I love this floating emitter up here. This looks so gorgeous. This is my favorite Yoda hilt out of all of them. I mean, it's so small. It's so tiny. Just in comparison to just my hand, it fits. It's like a pocket saber. So, if anybody wants a pocket saber, I highly recommend this is the one for you. And without further ado, let me see if I can find the font here. Oh, shoot. I guess it would help if I'd plug the right cord in. I got like 4 different 1/4-inch cables sitting on my desk.
Hunting.
Oh wow.
3 Jedi.
Okay. So blade style is pending. This is just something I threw on for now, just as a placeholder, so I would know which one's which. But
Remagnetizing stabilization.
that's all you're gonna get.
Wow.
That's all you're getting for now, because I'm gonna do a really big in-depth video on this font with my brother here, Aaron. He's gonna talk about it more because this is his brainchild, and I really want him to just explain what the idea is, the concept is, and how it works too. Kind of make an instruction manual for you, because like we said, this is gonna be an interactive font. And as you kind of heard there on that accent swing, it's our good friend, the Gentleman Jedi, the gentleman with the voices, I think he's recently now being called.
The real
man.
life Skeletor.
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah, dude.
If you're in need of any kind of voices for your fonts, if you want quotes or anything like that, if you want a character to say something that you don't get in a film or a show, he's your man. He absolutely knocked it out of the park on this sound font for us. He provided us something around, what was it, like almost 50 lines of dialogue, and I know he did them multiple times for us, did multiple takes, and he's a gentleman to work with, and I don't mean that as a pun. He's a great guy to
He's
work with.
freaking amazing. He did all the
Yeah.
lines for my upcoming font too. So
He's
Yeah,
fantastic. and
he was really cool. So whenever we first sent the voice lines over to Ian, he provided different ideas and different takes on it. Different accents, and
yeah, and
I gave the okay on the one that I wanted, but then there were a few that he didn't quite deliver the way that I wanted. So me and him actually got in a video call, and we went through all of the sound files, and I said, okay, on this one, can you kind of deliver it like this? And he
does that not sound familiar, dude? Does that not remind you of something?
Maybe a little bit of anger and lust for power, perhaps.
I swear to God, dude, I'm not even kidding when I say this. The best and most enjoyable fonts that I believe, not just that I've made that, but that can be made, are ones that are done with friends, as passion projects, as something that is from outside the box. People are tired of cut and paste from movies, and it's like, how many Return of the Jedi fonts do we seriously need? We are breaking ground on very unique style of font making right now. We're utilizing elements that were previously not available to us. We are taking bold steps to say, while we love the celebrities, let's get some folks who are not celebrities but do the voices incredibly good and put our sound engineering skills to freaking work. And I'm telling you, the fruit, it bears fruit. It bears fruit. I swear to God, it does. And honestly, something that we don't have that some others do is the backing. It needs to go viral. It needs backing. It needs to be part of the algorithm that goes through all of Saberland, that gets people talking, and it gets people, controversial statement coming up, it gets people to stop being afraid to mention somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
This idea that you guys put together and just the stuff that I've heard is absolutely viral worthy genius. It needs the attention.
Yeah, and
get
I
it
wanna
to
step
Gray
back on,
Paladin.
like what you said before about just kind of this is game changing stuff, and I was speaking to Irv and a few other people while I was working on this font. I had a question about some stuff in relation to CFX and how these features work, because while making it, the sounds had to be made in a different way, very differently for CFX and Profi, because especially with lockup, start lock, end lock, I had to construct them almost entirely different. So I was talking to Irvin about it and talking
I
to
blame
a
this
couple
guy.
other people.
Why?
But
for
basically,
creating the
short and
Profi
thick-
wearing so differently from the CFX one. It's a completely different projects.
No, it is. Yeah.
It's
It
his
is.
fault.
Basically, what we were talking about is some of these features, like with this workshop mode, might be something that may be coming along with all sabers down the line. So like this might be something built in as a core function. And I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, I don't know anything, but I'm just talking about there's an idea like that we're putting, as sound font artists, that we're bringing to the table for not even just sounds, but like the engineering side of things. And like, what can we do to help evolve sabers to something else? Because I heard a few people saying before through the past few months, like, sabers are never going to get better than they are now. It's kind of just what it is. And I'm like, I think that's a defeatist attitude to have with something like this. I mean, the technology's come so far so fast. I think to say that it's flatlined is only just, eliminating the idea for new concepts like this. So
Sometimes it takes a font. Sometimes it takes a blade style. Sometimes it takes somebody tampering with the board and just discovering new things.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't improve something overall, improve one thing and then improve another thing and another and another and another
Yeah,
one. And you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So-
Like
so-
that's how you get it.
If I may, one thing that I have been very passionate about is like how far we can push the envelope with things. That was my driving factor behind Split and this workshop font. With Split, it was, what if we have a sound font that has two hums that complement each other? What if it's a sound font that's made for double-bladed sabers or saber pair? And with Workshop, it's let's see how interactive we can get with our sabers.
yeah, absolutely.
And Harry, do you want to save me explaining Workbench for when it's finally done?
I think so. Yeah, let's
Okay.
save you for that because, like I said, I mean, this is a passion project, and I really want to dedicate a lot of time for you to go into that because as much time as we've both been working on it, it deserves its a time to be explained, and I really think we should do some kind of instructionary just
Yeah.
breakdown too for
Yeah.
people so they know.
Needs
how
a
to use
live
it
stream.
because- Yeah, it does. And
It's a whole
it's,
live stream.
It's a new
Sounds like-
concept. People need to know how to use it too. So
Sounds like my co-host Near needs to host an episode of Suspects so that this whole thing could be broken down.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good plan.
Perhaps.
Well, we
Indeed.
got a couple weeks because I'm gonna be heading out and checking out some awesome national parks here, and I am planning on maybe doing a video at the Grand Canyon, something like that, featuring some sabers and some stars. It's gonna be beautiful out there, and I want to bring y'all with me and check it out. So I might shoot some video and yeah. So
Harry,
I want to.
real,
Yeah,
real
go ahead.
quick, and we can talk about this a little bit more in depth outside of the live stream. But
Yeah.
After
what I'm
party.
thinking and hoping for is, obviously based on your schedule, that we get this workshop font done before you head out to your vacation, and then when you're on vacation, I can really put it through the test. I can see if there's anything on it that needs changed, and then when you come back, we can make those changes and then make it live.
Yeah, that's a great idea, man. I think that's
Cool.
about sweet. That's about lining up with where I'm at on the timetable as well. I'm making it too, so yeah, man, that sounds good. I'm getting stoked. It's getting near. Hang in there, everybody. We're getting close. But I do want to highlight the feature of the episode today. It is the Inquisitor special. It's Inquisitor Day. So Ezra, you better run. The Inquisitors are coming. And Juansith, do you wanna go first, my guy?
No, I'm gonna give you the honors.
Alrighty. I will do a little sneak peek here. So this is the 8th brother. That's not the 8th brother. Oh my gosh! These buttons on this Yoda are so small. You really have to be careful about what you do. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Make sure I get this right.
Saber malfunction.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can see. Like, so there's the button. This is the switch plate. If it would focus. And that's like my finger in relation to the switch plate.
What a beautiful saber. Was that already installed by Saber Bay?
This was actually I had installed by Babu Sabers. So
Oh.
yeah, and he did the quarter inch jack here for me. It's direct audio only, just because of the cram foo involved on this saber is
Good old Direct Connect.
phenomenal. Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually gonna get a second chassis for it later with a speaker, so I can just swap it out and then have it like a normal saber. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8th brother. I'm gonna move my mic out of the way so I don't crash into things.
Hey, real quick, just adjust your aux cord on your saber because it is picking up a little static.
Yeah, I noticed it does that a little sometimes on the movement. You won't hear it as much when it's on. So
I think it's CFX, honestly, because I had that issue before with my CFX saber.
oh,
Give me the holocron.
I apologize. I just changed the config on this saber and I'm having issues. I'm probably gonna have to swap it over to one button. So let me see here. Ugh. I guess it's green now, so I'm a green Inquisitor today. Yeah. So that's the eighth brother, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be coming later tonight or tomorrow. And I apologize for the little saber technical difficulties there. I need to switch this over to a one-button config because I've done that like 5 times now, and it's so annoying. You just be swinging it, and all of a sudden you just go into like a green dual phase mode. Like, okay, awesome.
It still sounds incredible.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's some hella good font making.
I appreciate it, man. It took me a lot of time to make that font, and I'm really proud of how it all came out. Just, I really put my heart into this one. Just, the eighth brother's so obscure, like Juan
Yeah,
said.
dude, you could tell.
And that's why I love him, because if the keen listener and all you Saber fans out there are gonna recognize where the elements of his saber comes from, and it's from my favorite Jedi turned baddie, Pong Krell. So if you know Pong Krell, you're gonna recognize a little bit of the elements of that saber, because in Rebels, yeah, they get a little lazy sometimes with the sound design.
No, you don't say.
His saber,
No.
it definitely includes elements of Pong Krell, but it is also unique in some of the smooth swings as well, which I had to capture in there. And Juan really helped me capture how to figure out getting combining the element of that spin effect with the smooth swings, because that double-bladed lightsaber, the helicopter saber, really makes some unique sounds as they're fighting each other, you know, and because they kind of turn on that spin mode occasionally, like for brief moments throughout their fighting, and I really wanted to capture that effect while you're spinning it around, and I think I got it. So yeah, that's it. I want to let Juan do his Seventh Sister, because it sounds equally freaking amazing. The ignition on that thing is freaking spectacular. So Juan, if you'd like to show that off.
Okay, so what? First, I'm just going to turn on the saber so you can listen to it. First, just a few notes. The first sound is Prion. The Prion is where when the Seventh Sister just activates the double-bladed saber. I know this isn't double blade mode because, again, I didn't want to overrun it and overwhelm the sounds with the spinning. I already did it with Inquisitor, so it's always about variety. And if Inquisitor is mostly about the helicopter spinning sound, I didn't want the Seven Sister to have that quality. So this is non-spinning Inquisitor sound, but the Prion that you're going to listen first, which is a is where the second blade detaches, like you know how the hilt is.
Yeah. There it is.
So I wanted to use it, even though it makes no freaking sense. But hey, my loss, your gain. So let's go to the menu.
Sound bank selection.
Seventh Sister?
That's the eighth sister, just saying Seven Sister. I thought it was appropriate. That's just her saber just doing random stuff.
So, you know what comes next.
A quote, as clean as I could make it. And then again the freaking sound. So okay, so here goes. you. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's pretty rebel-y sound fun in terms of, the clashes on rebels are just as generic as they could manage to get. So the two qualities of any Inquisitor is just like the smooth swings and the, the accent swings, which are the most, I think, the most recognizable from the Seven Sister.
Yeah.
That one key thing in which I focused, and that was the one key thing which took me 4 days to achieve. Because, and this is a good lesson. I had a flu and I was dying, but I still wanted to work on this font. So what I did was, I just grabbed the sources from YouTube. I have to say, I usually use the Blu-rays and the DVDs and whatever top quality, but in this case, I said, okay, so I have these sounds and everything. I have already these clips, and I'm going to use them and see if it makes any difference. And at first, I thought it wasn't when I tried to extract the sounds, but it was a nightmare. So I realized that using YouTube clips, it was a terrible idea. So I ended up doing the action swings by myself from scratch, and I'm not
That's
kidding.
impressive.
What I did was I started to replicate the sound, like the accent swing. Okay, so that's an accent swing. So to me, the accent swing was a combination of that creature from the arena that it's Anakin and Obi-Wan is fighting with the Cantina Band uh, monster that starts fighting with Luke Skywalker.
Wow. The
So,
fact that you put that together in your head, though, that's the sign of an
but it
expert right
isn't.
there.
Isn't it? Look,
No, it is. Because when you say that, I hear that exactly. Like that's the perfect analogy to describe that sound. So
so
that's
it's like, do you remember?
yeah,
Like, sorry. So I said, okay, so I need to make like a hum out of that accent swing, which ended up being like sounding like a lawnmower, and a mix of lawnmower, monster, and motorcycle. And once I had that, I could extract the center of the sound, and I just used the uh, the best swings that I managed to extract and claim from the Rebels episodes, which were like two. And I just pitched it down, and then I spent hours comparing the pitch, and I wanted just to sound right and sound perfect, and I managed it. 5 years, 5 years later, 5 days later, I just took my Blu-rays when I was feeling better, and I did it how I should have done. And yeah, there were like five swings that I managed to clean much better because the source was right and the
sure.
source was much better. So I just ended up adding them to the folder. But in a sense, I, like, by making my own swings, my own sounds, I made it like 10 times more accurate than I would have done. Because, again, like you said, the music and the dialogues in Rebels is just a nightmare.
It's
I
so
mean,
bad.
there's this obnoxious music in
Oh,
all the scenes.
every single one.
Yeah, so
It's
that
bad.
was the hardest work. Yeah, the hum is a nightmare, and you end up just trying your best to have a harmony. I
Yeah.
mean, it's cut, paste, splice, repeat, and like make this part longer and make it just sound kind of similar. And like yours, it ends up being perfect. Like, there's two versions, because I think right now no one has a perfect, most accurate version, because we don't have the source.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
non-existent.
And truth be told, I'm glad we don't because I think it would be kind of boring. I
Yeah, there's two
because
versions now.
the yeah, and the when we combine like these kind of obscure canon fonts with what we do best with our own kind of personal flair, then that's like kind of what Forrest was saying earlier about bringing that uniqueness to the table and giving the people something different. Like people want to hear something unique, and like the commissions that people have been reaching out to me about lately are so out there and unique, and I'm really excited to share what some of them are going to be.
Yeah.
You know, the next one I've got lined up is actually the guy wants like a archaic ancient lightsaber or something like, you know, pre Old Republic, if that, you know, was a thing. So like something, you know, like a dinosaur era, like, you know, really old prehistoric lightsaber.
Put that customer's name in the private chat, please, because if that's who I think it is, I've been asked about that before. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
And thank you for taking that on.
Yeah, you know me. I love doing the weird ones. I like doing things that are just bizarre and different. I love being challenged and just doing something just wild. But yeah, I think that's the kind of uniqueness that we need in this community, and what really makes Saberland awesome is just when everybody has something new to bring to the table. I love seeing, like, cosplay is another great example of it. Like, you've seen characters done, like Mandalorian cosplays are a great example, because you see characters that we know, like Sabine and, you know, Mando and like Boba Fett, but then you see people's variations and like their own inspired, like Clone Trooper cosplays or their own inspired, you know, Mandalorian cosplays, and I think that's the kind of flair that we need getting going on. Oh, Octana says it's hard to hear me. Is that a little bit better?
Private chat.
Okay.
Raise your
How's that?
volume, I think.
Is that better? Can you all hear me now?
You can turn it on a little bit more if you want.
Cool. Got my gain up there. Alrighty.
Check out his radio voice. Look at him. He's so sexy.
Yeah. You're tuning in.
By the way, I don't know, like just to as reference what I was talking about, the growly, how to achieve the growly seven sister. I don't know if you can hear this, but this was my selection from the Aqualish growls. Did you hear that or not? No.
Barely. Oh, okay. Yeah.
There. So
That's awesome.
so my theory is that if, like, I don't know, but that was my theory. I was taking a lot of, you know, paracetamol and everything, but like in those feverish days, my theory was that even like the sound designers, I'm sure that they took these growls and just made a font. And I said, okay, I'm just going to take it from there and just imagine as if I'm them and just.
Lion and tiger, like big cat sounds, are actually really commonly used in sound effect making and Foley art. The lions especially, because just they have a lot of really uniqueness in there, like the throatiness of their growls and stuff, and it can be really heavily distorted, and you can layer it with tons of effects, and the way it comes out afterwards can sound like something totally bizarre.
Same thing with truck engines.
Yes. Truck engines also. Yep. If you want a good Sith saber, go find a good truck engine you like, and
dude, I'm
record
telling
that
you,
sucker.
the hardest fonts to make are light side fonts. They are the hardest.
They are.
Everybody wants a dark side font. Everybody wants something low or growly or bassy. Everybody wants that, but it's like, to make a really spot on light side font. Come on, dude.
It's tough.
That's challenging.
Yeah. I can tell you, like, for my Phoenix Redemption one, I actually used like pieces of a song, like little bits of songs, like, and it has that melodic kind of like, that kind of almost angelic quality to it, and I just love that. That's like, to me, that's like a pinnacle, like a Paragon Jedi font. You know what I mean? Like Paladin.
Even
Jedi
light side original trilogy fonts. I mean, they I think one of the sounds that took me the most is Luke Skywalker, A New Hope, Smooth Swings. I mean, that It's almost. I mean, I thought it was almost impossible to achieve a long take of that. Like you have a lot of accent sounds in the train
Mm-hmm.
remote scene, but
Yeah.
to achieve a smooth swing, I think it's the hardest one. Yeah, like you said, we said it a couple of times where Vader seat sounds. It's the most common, straightforward, smooth swing sound ever. You
Yeah.
want a seat font? That's the Vader hum. There you go with the smooth swings. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, and basically Obi-Wan, he says, I was wondering that it seems like there's so many Sith style fonts coming out, but we haven't seen a lot of Jedi and light side fonts. And yeah, that is an
Go to my
explanation for it.
website. You'll find them. They're there.
Yep, Force has some great ones, but also I mean, for me personally, Sith fonts are fun. So that's my
They are.
guilty pleasure. I'm going to
Yeah.
admit they are fun for me to make. But
You can
Yeah.
get
I'm not saying I'm going to
stupid
shy away from the
creative.
Jedi ones.
The Jedi
think-
ones are basic. That's the thing. You can't really
They
get too
do.
creative with the light side fonts because you're gonna because our brains automatically start moving toward, oh, this needs to be a higher pitch, or oh, this needs
Yeah.
to be symphonic, oh, this needs to be angelic, oh, it needs to be so light side Dungeons and Dragons perfect paladin. I represent the light Captain America goody two shoes font making, and that's just not the way it is. There are so many amazing light side sounds. There really
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are.
Which is a point I'm going to make here later on in the stream concerning light side fonts.
So yeah, to wrap it up, yeah, Seven Sister, like the rest is pretty accurate. Accurate. Everything is taken from it's referenced from the episodes. Ahsoka, the fight against Ahsoka, Ezra, and everything. Like always keeping it true. I spent hours just playing the font next to the scenes until I was pretty much happy in terms of length and everything. How one thing that I want to do, and I don't know if CFX does or not. It's the ability to just make a sequence of sounds so that you can put a folder in which you can say, I don't know, like Luke versus Vader best pin sequence, and they can hear exactly the swings one after the other, just how like it sounds in the film. I do that for myself, but I don't know
What
how to reproduce it.
what
on
if you
font.
you could maybe put it what if you made it like a track file? And
But then
then
how would you like when you swing? How would you like activate swing like first swing and then second one and then
Oh, I
third
see.
one?
So
And
have it be sequenced like to
yeah,
your action. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm like Profi, you might be able to do that with like the choreography mode somehow. Because I
I'm
know
gonna
there's a
check into
way.
that.
Yeah, because I know Profi has a way where you can build a sequence like that of effects and then have it play. I don't know if that also works with a certain like a sound. I can talk to some people and we can chat about it. I think there's a way to do it on Profi maybe.
Oh, that would be great because I like my obsessive compulsive disorder always wants me to replay it just as I hear it on the screen.
Yeah,
So
like
even
kind of do
for
like a side by side comparison like live on the Saber.
yeah,
That'd be
oh,
really cool.
yeah, I'm gonna look into that. But yeah,
That'd be
that's it.
awesome.
Thank
Well,
you.
awesome work, dude. Go check out that Seven Sister font. It's on Saber font now. And my eighth brother will be out later tonight or tomorrow on my website, and then it'll be on Saber font shortly after in the coming days here.
There's been some serious fire drops here recently between the people on the screen here. You guys with the brothers and sisters, and I dropped Split, and it's been a good couple of weeks for fonts. It really has.
All leading up to May 4th, it's like perfect timing. What a way to celebrate Star Wars, dude. We're all just killing it with these fonts, and
Yes.
it's
And I'm just happy to be back in the game. Good God.
that cosplay you did is fire, dude. I gotta say again, I know you've put in so much time and devotion to making that, and you nailed it. So I'm happy for you.
It wasn't even the cosplay, bro. It's really just the focus on the weight loss and trying to get to where I need
Yeah.
to be. And I'm not where I need to be, but I'm close enough to where I can go to this con and not be ashamed of, what I look like.
It's a huge positive milestone for sure, dude. And that like just those photos is something to be proud of. That's so good job on that.
I appreciate it. So do we have
Basically
any
says
Hmm?
he enjoys the not so squeaky clean yet still light side. So a little bit of a mixed drink fan as well there. I mean, I agree with that. Like
Mm-hmm. He's
because
not wrong.
a lot of Sith sabers too, a lot of like the canon Sith elements are just combinations of light side sabers. So, if you think about it, right, you have the basic elements and you're combining them together to make a Sith font, then you can combine those same basic elements, combine them together and make a really cool Jedi font too. So,
Yeah.
that's kind of the ballpark I think I'm in. Shoot. Force.
1
what do
second.
you- oh, he's got family business.
Oh,
He's a family man. Juan.
yeah.
What do you got? What do you got lined up next? Anything?
Well, I
anything you
just
wanna talk
finished
about?
this week's font.
Oh,
Yeah,
What-
it's going to
what
be
it-
released. I don't know when, but yeah.
any hints
Uh,
on what it is?
You want to hear it?
I'd love
You
to.
can hear it.
I'm sure people would love to hear it.
Sound bank selection.
Seventh sister.
Okay, so this is a just wait. I don't know if you know, but I'm making a series. It's called um, Four Sins. The Four
Yeah.
Sins.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've made anger and fear.
Mhm.
So this week
Sound bank selection.
Seventh sister.
is
Hate.
hate. Okay,
Ooh,
so
okay.
so it's a very very basic, like low.
Oh man.
um, and very crystal altering. And also, this is pretty cool. This is I wanted to make a twist on the blaster sound, so I made like a sound which is not blocking but it's absorbing. So
Dang. That's a cool concept. I like that.
So
mean,
yeah,
'cause
the
you'd think-
YouTube video is going to be out tomorrow, the demo, and it's going to be closed on Saberfront. But this is like on your channel. Nobody had
I-
heard it before.
Dude, I love the smooth swings on that too. That sounds wicked, man. Like
and the power ones, I took like special time for.
oh man.
At the end of every action swing, I put a tail. I'm getting a like. I'm being a fan of putting the end of that echo explosion, a space explosion, at the end, which keeps like an echo. It's not like just like breaking the action swing with, vroom, but just
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
you get a tail of echo, and I'm adding that now, and I'm getting like pretty excited. You have to get it just right because if you exaggerate, it overwhelms the action swing and it seems a little bit artificial. So yeah, I worked yesterday like 3 hours just to get them right because I was getting pretty excited with. You can get pretty excited with those effects, and then it just feels wrong and artificial and
Yeah, I agree.
unorganic.
You have
So-
to watch your timings, especially because of how the board incorporates the accents into the hum and the smooths. If it's too long, it's gonna sound poopy. Isaac thinks that would be a really good crossguard font. So
Yeah, I think too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I could
great
definitely
idea.
see that being
And
an excellent replacement.
I added spin sounds and normal sounds. Lately, people are
Okay.
being asking both because they want both options. So it's like I added like two kinds of smooth swings. And since it's pretty bassy, I also added non-bassy and bassy because some speakers cannot handle that bass that much. So yeah.
Okay. I like that approach that you went about doing two versions instead of because what I've been doing lately is kind of just trying to make it safe, and then I'll add that extra little bit of bass
Yeah.
where I don't feel like I'm gonna be blowing out anybody's speaker. But I think it's an awesome idea to offer it in two kind of formats like that, like
Right,
the extra
because
bass version, you know.
this is a
Huh.
22 millimeter speaker,
Mhm.
and then you have oh, you don't see anything, a 28
Oh yeah,
millimeter. But
yeah,
then it sounds different on this one,
sure.
which is a KR, and then different on this one. So I
Yeah.
end up testing on every freaking configuration of Saber. And just when I feel that it works good on each, I end up just giving two versions so that people
That's
can,
awesome, dude. I think that's awesome.
that's the only that's the only way that works for me. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's the premise. Hope you liked it.
I do. That's awesome. I might have to pick up that one too.
Thanks a lot, man. And yeah. So what's next with you? What's your next project aside from
Me?
eight?
Well, I do have the workbench, you know, is the big one on the way. The eighth brother has been, you know, my baby for the last couple months as well. Um, Another big one I've got coming out soon is my dark saber font.
Oh,
I've been working on that for a little while. I can do a little sneak peek of that. While I have my other saber, I'll just unplug it real quick.
yay! Let me see.
And this, I try to do, as always, try to do something a little bit different. But my dark saber font.
Don't cross the net.
The dark saber.
This
Ooh,
is Bo-Katan's dark saber. So,
nice.
yeah, I don't think a lot of people have really represented Bo-Katan being the wielder of the dark saber on our sabers yet. So,
It's because we
not
don't
a
like
lot of-
her.
No, I know.
Okay.
Hey, I know there's a lot of hate for Bo, but you know I'm a fan, so I'm a sucker. So here, this is and this is a kind of early version, but I've got a lot of the core elements put together. So now, as you can hear there, with that ignition, I really kind of tried to get that effect because you always see him kind of like look at the hilt and it looks like they have to like fiddle with it, like they don't exactly know how to turn it on, like nobody really knows how to wield it, and they always seem to kind of struggle, and then it does that almost delayed ignition, like it's ever so slight, but that twing, it just follows a little bit late. And I just love that. It just has that punch effect.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I've been working on that for a little bit, but I've just been so busy getting these other ones coming out, you know. But that dark saber is going to be coming out as soon as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was going to see Aaron, Fours, what do you got coming at? What do you got lined up? What's your next anything you want to talk about you got lined up in the works here?
Next Friday, I'm dropping an out of universe font, one that's been patiently waited on for a very long time while I got my life together. For May 4th, I'm dropping a canon font. And then I'm going to be doing a series. It's going to be a series, and it's going to be very, very difficult to make unique. But I think it's going to be a gosh. In all truth, there's really only 5 I can do, and 6 would be the magic number, but I've already done 1.
Is it
So,
like a Captain Planet series?
oh my God, could you even imagine? Don't give me ideas. In all truth, nobody would buy it. So
Hey,
That's
man,
not a-
I'll
that's
do
not
it
a
Oh, those
just
are
for
the
myself.
best ones. Nobody,
I'll do it just for
who cares
myself,
if
man.
nobody buys them? Just do it. It's fun.
honestly, I thought that was what was going to happen with Spaceballs. I really did, and it turns out like everybody
a
has
hit.
that freaking font,
Yeah,
and
it's a
it's like,
hit.
wow.
No,
It's
dude,
like I just wish more people seriously would check out my punk crawl font. That's really what I want. I want people to be aware of it and like, oh snap, Forza is freaking accurate. Check that out. But
that's a tough one.
the price of
I can
being
tell you,
unknown.
just from working on 8th Bro, the Pong Krell is a hard character to get accurate on. I'll just tell you that. Like,
Yeah, no
I can
kidding.
tell
That's why
you.
it took me for freaking ever to nail, but I
Yeah.
finally did it.
yeah,
And
no,
you,
that-
and you got to realize there's no material to work with.
no.
Like if you listen to
Punk
that,
Krell?
yeah,
Oh.
it's like it's very little,
Yeah, you don't
and
get a
you
lot.
gotta build a lot of it, assuming that some of it's right. And that's one that I got stupid lucky with.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's unfortunate. A lot of folks, they either don't know or they haven't gone to take a look. But it's just what it
Night
is.
Rider.
Well, Isaac,
Nice.
I think Isaac does. He at least notices, and I know for a fact a lot of other people do, man. I appreciate you saying that, Isaac.
Yeah, dude.
You know, that's the reason why I'm doing this. Like, I got a good job. I got a good day job. I don't do this for the money that I make from making sounds, and all of that literally just goes back into this stuff. Like,
a
this
lot of
saber
us
right here, and just I want to give something back to something that I love. So that's
a
why
lot
I'm
of us
here.
don't answer that question. Do you realize that? A lot of us don't really take the time to answer that question. Like, why do you do what you do? Why do you do all this? The answer
Yeah.
for me is really simple. I wanted it done right.
Yeah.
I can take you back, okay? Like, Juan, I know you were there. I know you were there in the Ultra Sabers days when the Obsidian board
Yeah.
only had what they had, and it was very little. And I remember I got my very first. I ordered a Saber Forge, and it was going to be 6 weeks, and I'm like, dude, I'm not waiting. So I went to Ultra Sabers and I ordered something, and I got it in 2. And when I lit it up, I was very happy with what was there, but it was so unbelievably limited. So I actually had to get in and check forums and do the research and learn how to put stuff in place and then how to loop hums and all that other stuff. And I finally got it done. And then when I joined the Saber community a year later, I found out that people were actually doing this and profiting from it. And I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. I'd already been doing it with Ultra Sabers stuff as favors for friends for a whole freaking year. Not to mention the fact that I've got a bachelor's degree in media, so I've already been doing it for years. It's like, come on.
Yeah, dude.
You do. Contrary to popular claims online, you do not have to be a musical genius to make fonts. There are other
you don't.
avenues of education that you can explore and be good at to make fonts. I am not a musical person. I am a audio engineering person.
Yeah.
And damn if I can't make a font. Come on.
And I'm always happy to help people learn too, because I've had people help guide me along the way about making fonts, and I think that's how we spread the wealth. And people have approached me with ideas, I mean, quite frankly, that are just not in the scope of something that fits with my theme or something that I feel I would do the best service to. So I'll tell them, I suggest you check out this creator, or I suggest you reach out to this creator, or I'll say, or you could learn how to make it yourself. And if you want to do that, I'm happy to answer, some basic questions for you and help you get started. And I think, we need more of that. And I think that's awesome. Just see,
Audacity's free.
Yeah. Shadow Tech, you got anything lined up after this workbench font? Anything in the works here?
Shoot. I've got my Black Cal Kestis cosplay that I'm waiting on very patiently for.
Or... Okay.
So I'm very stoked about that. I'll be able to
Yeah, that's
actually
awesome.
I'll be able to put my 89 Sabers Fallen Order to good use. Other than that, I've mainly just been spending a lot of time with my music, just writing songs, learning songs. I've got a guitar that I'm thinking about trying to do a completely like repaint it. So that's something that I'm trying to learn.
I commend you for that, dude. Painting
Yeah.
metal is a challenge.
Well, it's not metal. The guitar is wood. So essentially, I'll be sanding away all of the paint that's on it.
Oh,
But
I
e-
see.
even then,
Okay,
like,
so you're gonna
before
do
that-
like a refinish and all that too,
Yeah.
and everything.
Like
Oh.
I'm gonna have to take off.
That's even harder.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off the strings, all of the hardware, all of the internals. I'm gonna have to separate the neck from the body, and then strip away the paint that's already on there, and do my own paint.
Wow.
And so just to kind of show you what I'm going for, there's a guitarist from a band that I listen to, and in one of the music videos that they released, he had this really cool guitar that looked
Ooh.
this. Let me see if I can get that. It's
wow.
like a very, very rustic, very like post-apocalyptic type
Yeah,
of
that's
look.
wild. That's wild, dude.
And so I'm gonna try to achieve that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good luck on that,
Very
dude. I hope you do it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, friends and folks, I'm gonna kick us up into the post game here, and me and the boys are just gonna chat for a bit. I really appreciate everybody for coming out. Like I said, just a quick kind of rundown of some Inquisitor stuff today. A little chit chat about the new workbench font coming soon. As always, I appreciate everybody's support, everybody for being great friends, great folks, good people out there to each other in this community. It's so awesome, and every day, you know, I get to chat with somebody, even new people or some good old friends and new friends, and this is a great place and a great hobby to be, and I enjoy doing what I do for y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy what I do, and it's a pleasure to be on screen with these amazing talents here. Force Effects, Juansith, Shadow Tech. I mean, these guys are legends. I'm the new kid on the block, and I'm happy to be here. So thank you everybody for coming out. Check out our sites, Force Effects. You want to plug your site real quick?
ForzFX.com. All
Real
one word.
simple, everybody.
You could also find me
ForzEffects.com.
you could also find me on Saberfont. And don't forget, if you are installing Sabers and you go to Saber Bay to buy your stuff, there are 3 font artists on Saber Bay right now. That way, boom, you can just stop there and pick them up. I'm one of them, along with
Awesome.
Reavers and Syndicate. So they're all there. So you could
3
find me in literally
places.
3 places.
3 places to get awesome fonts. And Juansith, I know you're on Saber Font as well, so that's another awesome creator on there.
Yes, sir, and also on Juansith Saber Fonts on Facebook. And yeah, like Isaac says, buy some fonts, people.
Buy some fonts, people.
Buy some fonts, people.
Make your Saber cooler. This is the way to do it. This is how you do it. And yeah, everybody, I really appreciate y'all coming out. Have a great weekend. You probably won't see me for a couple weeks. I'm going to be on vacation, but I hope to be back before May 4th. We will see. If so, might do a hangout stream or something, depending on what everybody's doing. But everybody, be safe. May the force be with you. Stay well, and have a great, awesome rest of your weekend. All right.
Peace
Take
out,
Namaste.
care.
peoples.